Yo ho, and welcome back to another episode of me talking about another show. Roku de Nashi, Majutsu, whatever. Episode 2. Damn, that was fast, and I really think they will conclude the first story part, or at least the first volume in terms of content from the light novel with the next episode. 3 episodes per volume. Well, it's still okay. It could be better with 4, but yeah, if the volumes are kinda short in itself, then it's that what we will get. But I still think that the pacing is pretty damn good. And we got some action this time. But let's get to the beginning. We have the first part of the episode with Glenn still being the way he's a lazy teacher who is not really wanting to do his job. And while he is having a discussion with the students about the magic, or with Sisti to be precise, he goes on about the only thing that magic is good at, and this is killing people. Well, yeah, it may sound generic, but he kinda has his reason for it. And he's pretty badass, so yeah, that works. And I still think it's funny because the students are into studying it and going on with learning, understanding, and coming to a higher realm. And he's like, well, for what reason? And I still think it's, even though it's kinda generic and you see it that often, I still think it's a nice idea, especially if you consider the character of Glenn, who is the teacher. And while he was slapped by her and he had a talk with the Rumia-chan, he started also, or he obviously knew that she is also the girl he saved in the past. And I think that Rumia is figuring it out too, or maybe she already knows. And after that, he is talking with her a bit more, and she's like, well, yeah, apologize to her. So he's doing that, and then he goes on about actually teaching them about magic. And he goes on with the basic spell Shock Bolt. And the kids are like, well, we already mastered it ages ago. And he's like, yeah, come on, I will start with it over again. And then he was going full nuts about what a crazy teacher he is. And his class became really popular. Other students from other classes came by to learn more. And I really think it's kind of funny because he doesn't give a damn about the basic magic that is taught, and he's just like doing it in his way. And I really like it, and it really reminds me of Denpa Kyoshi, the otaku teacher. Not that much in terms of being otaku, but the way he is doing it in his own way. And after that we have the obviously flag rising line, well, yeah, we all will be away for a conference. And yeah, we are moving on to some villains, and that they will start something. So Glenn is late on the next day running to school, and there he realizes no people around. And he knows there is magic who can do it, and he calls out to the guy who is hiding, and that guy was like, well, yeah, I'm going to kill you, and yeah, nothing happened because Glenn is freaking badass. And it's really funny if you think about it, the way how he left that first attacker out there, tied up like a pervert with the small note, it's still small. And yeah, I really enjoyed it because I know it from the manga, and it was still funny. But seeing it animated and with the music and the voice actors, it's just so much better. And yeah, the villains are obviously after Rumia, and the one other guy who was trying to, well, rape Sisti, and then Glenn comes in and he's like, oh, yeah, sorry for interrupting, wants to leave, and obviously he stays because Sisti calls out him. And while she realizes that it was a mistake and she is worried about him, and the other one is going on with the super powerful military class magic, and nothing happens because Glenn is fucking badass. So yeah, his original magic is, you could say it's kinda a cheat, because he stops the activation of magic in a certain area. But on the other side, he still has to fight hand-to-hand combat with them. So it's a cheat against magicians, but if they are good martial artists, he could be in trouble. So yeah, and there was obviously the hint that, why is he using Imperial Guard or troops military hand-to-hand combat? And yeah, it's related to the past of Glenn, and I can already spoil it because he was in that special elite force of the under the Queen, and yeah, he was quite the badass, and then he left because he got obviously tired of his job. I mean, come on, it sucks. But all joking aside, I still think that Glenn is really, really funny as a character. He is, like I've said in my previous video, not your average high school guy. And he's just going with the flow. Just doing funny things. So yeah, I'm really curious to see how they will animate the conclusion of the first volume, and the music at the end of this episode was pretty damn cool. I really, really enjoyed it. And yeah, anyways, that's it for the episode. A bit going on, a bit change of pace. Not in terms of pacing for the storytelling, but yeah, Glenn changed from not wanting to it, I'm still doing it, but I don't really want to. And in the end, he still realizes that this isn't kind of bad. So yeah, figuring out what to do in the future, huh? Well, aside that, I think it was a really enjoyable episode, and damn, that music though at the end, nice soundtrack. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.